Hi, friends. So today we're going to talk about allowing symptoms. And I know that real allowing can be difficult when your symptoms are severe. And I want to just try to talk around it so you understand the model of what is going on in your body. The nervous system is designed to keep you safe, and it will always be moving towards balance. And depending upon the information that it's given, it will be continually reorganizing itself to find that balance. When we are suppressing and repressing our true authentic feelings and emotions, which present themselves through the limbic system, the nervous system, that part of the nervous system which is the limbic system, will reorganize itself to try to find balance, and if it happens enough, will start presenting as symptoms instead, since it can't move through emotion, okay? And it will start to move through symptom instead. And that's the presentation in the body. A lot of times what happens is that in our attempts to feel better, we are resisting those symptoms. And I want to talk about the tactics that we're using that begin to start to give the brain the message of threat rather than safety. Because in order for the nervous system to really return to balance, we want to give it safety, right? As we understand. But what we tend to do, as many of you know, is we try to do other things to get better, to feel better. And we do things like go to the chiropractor or the massage therapist, and these are like these tactics to feel better. Another tactic that we might use is just to try to figure out why you have symptoms. And we get into this kind of fix-it energy, which is a contraction, which is telling the brain that there's a threat. All right, so you're taking in all this information and trying to figure out how to get better is actually a form of resistance, okay? And of course, things like medicating is a suppression, and that is also a form of resistance. I want to feel better, so I'm going to take medication, and that is telling the brain that there's a threat. Now, a lot of what I'm offering you, these are kind of coping strategies and tactics, and if you need to use them to find some sort of relief so that you can do the deeper work, do what works for you, okay? I just want to offer them so that you can start to see how resistance can present itself. All right, because I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm allowing," but I can feel a lot of like I got to figure this out, and that's a form of resistance. And of course, the big one is that we really want to try to refrain from is complaining about our symptoms and going on and talking about how bad they are. That is a really big message of danger to the nervous system. So moving into allowing, I know allowing is very difficult for people, especially when the symptoms are severe. And they were for me. And, I would hear the word indifferent, and I'm like, there's no way I can be indifferent. And I would find myself, bracing against the pain, and that of course is a form of resistance as well. It tells the brain that there's a threat, that bracing. So I didn't really understand how to be indifferent. or how to allow. It wasn't available to me, okay? But what I did understand was why I had symptoms. And that gave me that foundational understanding so that I could accept my situation. And this acceptance, it's not allowing, but it is an intellectual application that gives us a foundational platform that does message safety to the brain. I accept what's going on, okay? I'm not in resistance. And so understanding the difference between acceptance and allowing, right, is if you can't allow, accept, and allow acceptance to be the platform that you work from, okay? And don't worry about it. Don't worry about the rest, because where we want to go next is into the emotional discovery work, the exploration, and working to be able to start to move the energy of emotion, right? Because if the brain is trying to find balance, if the nervous system is working towards balance, it's working with energy. And emotion is energy. And if emotion is allowed to move, then the nervous system is allowed to reorganize. If emotion is not allowed to move, then the nervous system can't reorganize. And so if you understand that connection between emotion and symptom, then you can think in terms of energy and movement and balance and reorganization and where we want to go. Once we start working with emotion and movement and allowing there, the symptoms are going to start to be easier to allow. This was a really big aha for me because I had so much deep suppressed fear that it would translate into my relationship with the symptoms. Okay? So once I started to be able to express and move that energy of fear, the resistance towards the symptoms became much, much less. And then one day I was able to allow symptoms. And allowing is allowing is a generous relationship from self. Self is what allows. Self is what offers its own spaciousness to the symptom. And when it offers that its own spaciousness to the symptom isn't getting the message of resistance. It's getting the message that it can move, because spaciousness is movement. It's allowing is opening the door for things to move and find balance and reorganize, just like we were doing with the emotions. It can translate over to symptoms now, all right? And when we are able to start to relate to symptoms in an allowing way, and this might be a while down the road, okay? So just consider that. When we can really allow it, it is completely neutral. There is no expectation for it to change or go away or get less or anything. We are not monitoring it. We know that things aren't ready to move there yet. That's all it is. And we keep doing the emotional work on that level, and also on the thoughts work too, allowing thoughts, because that for me was a really big, resisting thoughts was a big cause of the symptoms being where they were. And so allowing things to move and reorganize will start to translate into the symptoms eventually, when the brain is convinced that things are moving and being allowed. When we really understand mind-body science, and we really have a clear idea, a clear actually seeing that the symptoms don't mean that anything is wrong, that there's absolutely nothing wrong, we can have that neutral relationship with them. And that's what allowing is. Allowing is a relationship with them that says you can be here for as long as you need to be. Because safety comes from that kind of relationship. Just like I talked about in the last video with the neglected horse, you can be the way you need to be for as long as you need to be that way. That's real allowing. There's no agenda in allowing. There's no monitoring. There's no trying to figure it out. You just understand what's happening in your body. And you get to know yourself really well. And you will be surprised at the layers that you have to go through in the thoughts and the emotions for things to start to balance out and reorganize. Some of you might not have that much. Some of you might have a lot. I had a lot. And that's why I had to really take this deep dive into using the parts model and understanding the repression and the fragmentation that needed to be met before the system could really find balance. So I thought let's just take a moment and see if you can find just a glimmer of allowing, just to give you a taste of it, and just maybe feel your feet on the floor for a moment and close your eyes. And if you have a symptom that's presenting itself right now, go ahead and give your spacious awareness to that place in the body. And feel it, know it. And see if you can find in yourself just an understanding, even if it's slight, that this presentation, this symptom in the body can be here for as long as it needs to be. And I'm okay. I'm okay that this symptom can be here. If it needs to be here for as long as it needs to be here, I'm okay. And start to have a relationship with it, an understanding that it's still just held energy. And it will start to move when it's ready to move. And that you know that nothing is wrong. And you can start to walk from that place of safety, knowing that things will move when it's ready to move. It doesn't involve any figuring it out. It just requires us to get deeply in touch with ourself and our feelings and our responses to our feelings and our emotions and our thoughts and our symptoms and how we are with them. If there is resistance to the symptoms, know that it's coming from a different place. Know that there's a resistance somewhere else. And so just allow it to be there for right now. It's a temporary thing. Don't fight the resistance. Let it be there for right now. Allow it to be, because that's where your nervous system is right now. And you will get there. It's not an overnight fix. It's not a fix. It's a reorganization. Okay? I hope this was helpful, and I will talk with you soon. Okay, bye-bye.